Today will never come again in your life. Be a blessing, be a friend, encourage someone, take time to care, let your words heal, not to warn. Because this life I've got too many surprises. The things you do today to someone else, you never know. Good morning, folks, and welcome to the show. Good morning, Liberia, on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 in Monrovia, 89.7 in Margibi, 90.7 in Bong, and other frequencies across Liberia. My name is Sekou, and I'm Sekou Sharif, and certainly we're going to be here up to 10 o'clock. With the blessing of my parents and the protection of Allah, we'll be here this morning up to 10 o'clock on the show. Good morning, Samira.
Good morning to you, Seku, and good morning to all well-meaning Liberians. Let me say that it's great to be here this morning, and we have the issues to talk about. Couple of things to discuss. There are too many, and majority of them is not in the interest of the government. Majority of them, they are not in the interest of the government. So let me be able to run you through some of the things that will be discussed on this morning broadcast. From now up to 7:30, we're going to discuss some trendy issues. We'll do housekeeping from now till 7:30. And at 7:30, we will call our international correspondents so that we'll be able to get international update. That will run up to 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock this morning will be the major discussion on Good Morning Liberia. There is this slap in the face of the Unity Party-led government. And that discussion will be at 8 o'clock. The court ruled against Joseph Boakai government. It is a slap in the face. That will be discussed at 8 o'clock. We will bring you details on that, and we have some audios here that we will play for you at 8 o'clock. Fellow Liberians, at 9, we will talk about the motorcyclist, which will take us up to 9:30. And we will also talk about the EPS secretly calling on some agents they dismissed back. They are calling on some agents that are dismissed, but that will be within our housekeeping. And we will talk about the deplorable road within the Southeast. We will talk about it. We'll bring you pictures from the Southeast of the road that's there. So at 9:30 to 10 o'clock, we will have a guest, which will be talking a couple of things that will take us up to 10 o'clock this morning. So that's our lineup for this morning broadcast. But from now to 7:30, we'll discuss few trendy issues. And at 7:30, we go to our international correspondents. Let me be able to acknowledge just a few of our followers because we have our full plate this morning. Sorry if we don't call your name. We'll just do it snappy as we can. This is Abdullah Dukle. And he says, good morning, Seku. I'm following closely from FTA community. Philip LGT Tua is watching. Jude One says, good morning, guys. Please share. Jude One also says, good morning. I'm following live from Johnsonville. Son of KOK says, good morning, Seku Sharif. I'm Ase Wuzin following from Toho community. Zenebu Tope says he's watching from Dubai as always. Seku, please confirm to us about JMB's secret departure overnight. Nelson Miko Wonder Gay says, good morning. I'm following you from Riverside, sir. Otello Bayan says, good morning. I'm following you from Bon County, Kokoya District, David Dean Town, Gold Camp. Patrick Dolo says, good morning, CEO. Abdullah Kamara says, good morning. I'm following this morning from Cambodia, Coach Bracket. Dixon D. Nibo Senior says, good morning, CEO. I'm following from Bandersville. D. Gablo says, good morning, Seku Sharif. Joe A. Tokpa writes, good morning, VOL family. I'm watching from Elwa Junction. Kaliau Ibrahim Kuroma. He says, good morning, brother, following from Sweden. Emmanuel Brown writes, good morning, VOL. I'm watching from Good Neighborhood Community in New Matadi Estate. James Tanu writes, good morning, brother Seku and my dear sister. I'm watching you from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Abraham Kone says, good morning, VOL. I'm watching from Banka City, Bon County. And the last that we will take on this broadcast, this is Prince Zion, and he says, good morning to the Voice of Liberia. I'm following closely from a Marshall resident. Claria Foundation, City of Hope Community, Lower Markibi County. We won't be able to acknowledge all of you that's following the broadcast because we have too many things for housekeeping this morning. Seku, so that's it.
Okay, thank you very much, folks. If you can remember on yesterday, we said something. We said that the government or the Ministry of Transport, we get some reports that they were just going after private vehicles for insurance, but the government vehicles were not being impounded for, insurance. So we promised you Liberians, you listeners, that we could reach out to the Minister of Transport as to get the information concerning that particular issue. So we spoke with the minister and we asked that we have a conversation with him this morning on the show. So we're going to talk to him. He said some things to us, but I think it is prudent enough to have he himself say what he said to us concerning this quote unquote quote unquote what you call.
Good morning.
Okay, so we have the Minister of Transport now on the line, Minister Salif Tala. Minister, good morning, and thank you for joining us this early morning.
Good morning, Sekou. Good morning to your listeners. Good morning to the people of Liberia. And good morning to my peace-loving people of Bombing County.
Sounds good. And it's good to have you this morning. I know how, early it is, but we just call you maybe for 1 or 2 minutes. There's this thing that has been coming in. Folks are saying that while private vehicles, they've been stopped or impounded for what you call for them to have insurance, but government vehicles are not being impounded for insurance. Is there anything that the public need to know concerning such?
Well, the first thing, insurance is the law of the land. The 1972 Third-Party Liability Act clearly states that all vehicles through our 15 subdivisions should be duly insured. Mm-hmm. From the government side, let me first say that the president has put together a team of technocrats, all cabinet ministers, officials, and they are all law-abiding. But let me explain the process to you, how it works for government vehicles. Mm-hmm. All government vehicles are under the supervision and authority of the General Services Agency, which is the GSA. Mm-hmm. And the institute closed by law to insure government vehicles is the NICO Insurance Company, which is the National Insurance Company of Liberia, NICO. Mm-hmm. And the coordination between NICO and GSA, in that process, government vehicles get insured. So here how it works. When a government ministry gets a car, it goes to NICO it goes to GSA for coding. And GSA codes the car. And there is a policy and regulation at GSA that before the car leaves the GSA compound, it would have been insured. So that's that process. We know that process takes place. That is why we do not battle government vehicles, because they are covered by NICO through the GSA's coding process and the GSA turning over process. We know that's what happened.
And since you took over, have you been able to understand as to whether such process has been, duly observed by GSA and that of NATCO in terms of having government vehicles to be, duly registered, and also they have this insurance as compared to other issues?
Well, I know so, because I've seen communication between NICO and GSA, wherein I was CC in that communication. Mr. Galakba Kotima is an astute technocrat, and he's ensuring that process happened. The Honorable Notu Japa is the MD of NICO, and it's my understanding that process is going on as well.
Okay, Minister, I know how early it is. We need to let you go. What have you to say to Liberians who are listening to you? You are the Minister of Transport. You have inspection currently taking place in the country. Do you have any encouragement to Liberians as to maybe be so encouraged to have the vehicles to be registered, or some other things you have to say to the people?
Well, to all Liberians, the inspectors are not there to harm you or put you in a difficult situation. All we are asking is kindly insure and register your vehicle before the expiry time. They are all around, the inspectors are all around the country. They are doing their best. And this is the enforcement of the law and revenue generation, especially in the government of Liberia domestic revenue generation process that in turn is used for the national government to help with services and development and other forms of expenditure as needed. So kindly go and register your vehicle and insure them. Lastly, road safety is an issue, so wear your seatbelts, drive carefully. And when I was a little boy, we say the life you save may be your own or your family. Thank you very much this morning.
Thank you, Minister Salif Tyler, this morning for joining us. Thank you very much.
You have a good day, sir. Thank you.
Okay, he's the Minister of Transport, Minister Salif Tyler, there speaking to us. You know, the thing when I said yesterday that we will go beyond and try to understand what it is, and we've done it. At least those of you out there, you've listened to the minister himself, what he's been able to say concerning government vehicles, because it has been something where most of the people think, but why would the private vehicles being, asked to have insurance and the government vehicles apply in the streets and there's no insurance, It's somehow Okay, we're getting reports that the president is to travel to the United States.
Okay.
I've been working on this, but the reason why I didn't come up with it is because I wanted to get some clear understanding. But if he travels today, then it supports what I've been receiving, that he's being invited, not in a quote-unquote good mood. They think that his government is not living up to some of the things she needs to do. And so, America always can do this thing. They'll warn you, and they will try to show you some level of disappointment in their action towards you, though. So we wait to see how it plays out. We're getting another report from the EPS that Gay is calling the EPS officers.
Yes.
When you do the wrong thing, you say to yourself, and you ask yourself, you get to understand that you've done things wrong. It plays on you. Mm-hmm. It plays on your conscience. Yeah, all human beings will have conscience. So it plays on you to the extent you think as to what you've done, if it is the right thing or it is not the right thing. So we get a report from our sources that Gay has started calling some of the EPS folks that he wrongfully dismissed. Bulk of them, I'm told, are some quote-unquote UP partisans, people that have come from the UP end, but they are calling other people. Let me say this to the dismissed or illegally dismissed EPS officers. It is not a wrong thing to serve your country. It is good that you go back. But also look at it from another point, that this could be a trap for some of you to have legit reasons to dismiss you people. You got to take all these things into consideration. But it just shows how Sam Gay is not an administrator. He lacks, this security skill. Quote unquote, people come, I've been in America, I've done this in America, and this is it. And sometimes some of you that have not been there, you don't understand these things. The people just come and make these things to look as if to say they've been serious people in America, though they've not been. So we're getting that report and we're following it closely. Something else we have there.
It's about the labor ministry.
Okay, now we'll talk about the labor ministry and get the raw video set, so
Yes,
we'll go to it.
the road.
Folks, the labor minister, what is his name, Kopokra. Kopokra has continued to be a total embarrassment at the Ministry of Labor. This I can say to you safely, if Kopo is not careful, that building, there will be a very serious protest by the workers. Kopo said he doesn't care about CSA. All he knows, he's a minister. If CSA wants to do anything, they should go to the president. All he cares, he's been appointed by the president, so he listens to no one. He will appoint anyone he wants to appoint. He will do anything he wants to do, and he continue to do then, and he doesn't care about anything. So Kopokra now is going witch hunting people, changing people from positions and everything, doing all kinds of things at the Ministry of Labor. But I've been reliably told that the folks that he has changed, they won't go by it. And if he tries to do anything to stand their ground and make him to understand. You know, sometimes, let me say this to all of you at the Ministry of Labor. It is just fair enough to say enough is enough. Make some people to understand that even though I have the job, but this should not lead to you doing what you are not to do to me.
Yeah.
And you all stand your ground for once and make this inept corporal, this criminal corporal, to understand that you cannot do these things to people. You can't do it. Okay, fellow Liberians, before we go to the international correspondence, we're going to play you a video. You see, the government, this government, this government is a total play government. This government lacks all. They've come to the governance space of our country with a high level of faggery. This puppet of a president, Joe, said in 100 days, this country will not experience what he calls difficulties in rules, connection, or whatsoever. Isn't so, right?
Deplorable rules.
Deplorable rules across the country. Now, this government is not a serious government. They think that a person can do, community people can even wake up and do, and greater or rule and everything. Yeah. This government is taking that to be something as big as they are making the road. So to tell you, we our own will not let you, we will not say it, but we'll play you video, and also we'll play you all this so you can listen for yourself. Play that video so that Liberians will watch it.
Okay, folks.
What it is. Play the video.
Okay, folks. Here between Zueju and Toastown. We are headed to Toastown, but the road here, as you can see, is very, very deplorable. I mean, it's beyond deplorability. Very, very bad. It's nearly impassable.
Our producer is trying to work it up so that you can get it clear too as well.
Somebody says beyond deplorability.
Yes, yes.
No, but seriously,
honestly,
look at that road.
Look at that road.
Look at that road.
Then this man say in 100 days.
Look at the road.
In 100 days, you'll be able to do this. You'll be able to do that.
Very bad. The road is bad.
Very, very bad. Continue.
Okay, folks, here between Zueju and Toastown. We are headed to Toastown. Okay, folks, here between Zueju.
You cannot even use that place. Very, very bad. If you see that road, it's very, very bad. So you get oh God. You can't even. We should try it again. We want our folks to really get this thing here so that they will hear exactly what is it. For those of the people watching.
Okay, folks, here between Zueju and Toastown. We are headed to Toastown, but the road here, as you can see, is very, very deplorable. I mean, it's beyond deplorability. Very, very bad. Is nearly impassable. As you can see, the trucks have gotten stuck from both sides of the road. So there's no way for any vehicle from Zueju headed to Nimba to pass through very easily until these shocks can be removed.
Just mute it.
From your phone,
From
you have to take...
from your system, just mute it. Just let it stop, but just mute it. I'll play it from here. So that the folks can hear what they're saying.
Okay, folks, Spoon TV Live, we are here between Zueju and... Okay, folks, here between Zueju and Toastown. We are headed to Toastown, but the road here, as you can see, is very, very deplorable. I mean, it's beyond deplorability. Very, very bad. It's nearly impassable. As you can see, the trucks have gotten stuck from both sides of the road, so there's no way for any vehicle from Zueju headed to Nimba to pass through very easily until these shocks can be removed, until they can make their way out of this mud. But that's how bad the road situation here is between Zueju and Toastown. I don't know how it's going to be like going further. This is just one of the worst, very worst parts of the road. Other parts of the road are not smooth, but at least they are passable. Yeah, but for this part of the road is nearly impassable. Nearly impassable. So we are here to see how those guys will remove this truck from this mud, so that we can be able to make our way through. We have smaller vehicle. I do want to believe that a smaller vehicle will pass here more easily than the trucks, but the trucks have blocked both ends, both sides of the road, so to speak. All right, but this just speaks to the lack of road connectivity in Liberia. One of the odious countries in the world, not just in Africa. One of the odious independent nations in the world, still suffering from bad road network. But we hope that this administration can do more.
So this government, in the shortest possible time, has dismally performed to the extent the promises she made to the people for the level of time in which she said she would do these things. She has not been able to do it. Now that is just one of the many bad roads across the country. So can this government, can this puppet of a president say he will face all the roads within the remaining days? How many more days to go?
So you have less than 6 more days, as you
So
said.
can they do the servicing or facing of the role in 6 more days? So what it says to you, that if people come to the presidency unprepared, that they come to the presidency with failure, and to the extent they lost in the middle. They've lost in the middle. They've lost. Nothing they've got to say. Nothing they've got to say. They've lost in the middle. Now, this old man will create more problems in this country than anything you think about. That is how when you bring a president that is not prepared, he takes incompetent people and he puts them in positions that they won't deliver. Because the old man himself, he lacks vision. He doesn't have a vision. This is an old man that served this country, according to him, for 40+ years. But up to present, he cannot show that leadership in the current governance space of where he finds himself, as he sits as the puppet where he's being controlled and allowing people to arrange themselves at the detriment of the people of this country. Can you do the roads in 6 days? Certainly no. You cannot. You cannot do the roads in 6 days. But the only thing they're doing, they are taking fake roads, pictures. They're taking fake pictures from different countries, from different community. Roads that were already rehabilitated by the past government. It is the ones that they are taking pictures, posting, and everything. Can you imagine a government is closing potholes and she's using that as a major achievement to prove to the people that she's doing well, to close down potholes? Then something must happen, or something should be beaten, or something should be happening to this puppet of a president in this country called Liberia. You can never tell me that a government will go and close potholes and see that as an achievement and say they are doing what they promised in terms of getting all the roads across the country. And the man said car will not be stuck in the mud anytime in 100 days.
Oh, yeah.
But that place where the car stuck that way.
Probably was so clear, bro. You see the mud. So good.
Yeah, man.
Car cannot even pass through that place that we looked at.
This country.
You all look at it. Car cannot pass there. It's not possible. But yet we heard that car will not be stuck in the mud.
In the mud.
How is that possible? To tell you that all they came to the presidency with was all lies. They lied about everything. And time flies. I can tell people, Sekou, he never knew that 100, he felt that it was something big,
yeah,
right? Probably they thought that, we have more time. More time, I mean, Yeri said the 100 days are elapsed. You see anything? We are not seeing anything, but rather we are seeing deplorable roads all over.
All over the country. People cars are being stuck in muds. Their vehicles are no longer having a chance to move.
Yes.
And then they may say, oh, in 100 days, that place there, how you call that place? Okay, let's go to our international correspondents. When we come back, we'll talk more about the local politics and look at some other issues. It's a big slap in the face of Joe Bwaka, where he has been able to, the government could not win a case at the Supreme Court. When the man says he fails to understand, you beat sense into his head to learn more and learn the hard way. And this is what we do to Joe Bwaka in this country. Now let's go to Nigeria and talk to Naomi Kumbenda. The Nigerian president, Bola Tinubu, has approved the takeover of what? Naomi Kumbenda joins us on the line this morning. Naomi, good morning and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Sekou. Thank you for having me.
What exactly the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, has been able to approve the takeover in Nigeria?
Okay, Sekou, so President Bola Tinubu has approved a consumer credit scheme for workers across the country through responsible payment that individuals will build credit histories, unlocking more opportunities for a better life. Now, he also said that the increased demand, of course, we all know that when goods and services are in demand, it's going to stimulate local industry for creating jobs and opportunities. Now, the president is of the opinion that if increased demand for goods and services is in place, that the consumer credit will improve the lifestyle of the citizens who are also going to be having access to buying buildings, buying cars, and then paying gradually over the period of time. And he believes that every hardworking Nigerian should have access to this social mobility with consumer credit paying pivotally as a responsible period is going through their salaries that are going to be paying whatever they are going to be collecting in much later dates.
So where is the Consumer Credit Corporation achieving its mandate from, by the way?
So the Nigerian Consumer Credit Corporation receives its mandate through 4 different ways. By strengthening Nigerians' credit reporting system, ensuring that every economically active citizen has the mandate to credit score. Okay, and then some become personal equities. This civil servants build that will facilitate access to consumer credit in a future life, which will have a history to know that you have taken money and you can also pay. And the other one is that it offers credit guarantees and also wholesale lending to financial institutions, dedicated to broadening consumer credit access to citizens.
Someone listening will be thinking how the scheme is expected to go out or to work out in such direction.
Okay, the initiative is in collaboration with financial institutions and cooperatives nationwide, okay? So it aims to broaden consumer credit availability. Now, according to cooperatives nationwide, working Nigerians interested in receiving consumer credits can visit www.credit.co.ng to express their interest. This is the first time this kind of initiative is implemented in Nigeria. And the scheme will be rolled out in phases, starting with members of the civil service and then cascading into members of the public.
It's been accepted by Nigerians. What are their thoughts?
Nigerians have taken to social media platforms. They have expressed interest in what the initiative, although some have the opinion that some policies are being introduced to Nigeria, but the implementation becomes an issue. But by and large, Nigerians are quite excited and waiting to see how the initiative is rolled out.
Naomi, thank you for joining us this morning on the show from Nigeria. There is a very good development for Nigerians by the president of Nigeria. We go to Sierra Leone to talk to the man, John Wayfield, who's going to join us this morning on the show to talk about the latest report from the United States Department of State Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor has shed light on pressing human rights violations and some other issues, killings, arbitrary killings in Sierra Leone. Joining us on the line is John Wayfield. John, good morning.
Good morning, Sekou. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us from Sierra Leone this morning. There's a latest report from the United States Department of State Bureau and Democracy as it relates to human rights and labor. You want to tell us what exactly the report has been able to figure out about Sierra Leone?
Well, so in the first place, this is a report that looks at universal values, including respect for the rule of law, democratic institutions, and also human rights. And so the Bureau also helps to bolster what we call democratic institutions, confront democratic backsliding, and by and large promote what we call accountability and internationally recognized labor standards. So this is what the report is all about.
What areas did the report capture?
So the report looked at areas that have to do with prison and detention center conditions, abusive physical conditions, pre-trial detention, denial of fair public trial, and also, to crown it all, having to do with corruption in government.
You want to flesh out, John, some of the issues pointed out in the report.
So on the 26th of June, the report spoke about police killing 4 All People's Congress supporters. And if you could recall, this was during the course of the elections in June. They spoke about certain issues or arbitrary arrests that happened with members of the opposition and killings that also took place. On the 13th of April also, the report pointed out about a special investigative committee that was set up by the current government, and that committee also spoke about killings that took place with 6 police officers and also 30 protesters whom they have described as unharmed. And up to this day, when the government said that they were going to investigate, nothing had been done. And also on the issue of torture and other cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment, they said that the law prohibits such. But unlike in 2022, there were no credible reports government officials employed them. They said impunity was a significant problem in the security force, notably the Sierra Leone police. And by and large, when it comes to prison and center and detention center conditions, they said that prison and detention center conditions were harsh and sometimes life-threatening due to gross overcrowding.
How would this report, John, be looked at by the current government of Sierra Leone?
Well, if you go back to other human rights or state of human rights reports, some of these issues pointed out in this report are not new. They are not a novelty. Because we could have said that this could be an eye-opener to see how best we could remedy situations. But we are not only just good at having reports or probably implementing laws, but we cannot properly implement them. If you can recall, when we had the government team with the Special Investigative Committee, nothing had been done. only a report was presented. But we are still hoping that, being that this report is coming from the U.S. State Department, government will take it in good faith and act upon them.
Thank you very much. John Wayfield is Voice of Liberia Sierra Leone correspondent. We go to the Gambia to talk to Amadou Kante. This morning on the show, you're listening to Good Morning Liberia on Voice of Liberia 104.1 in Monrovia, 89.7 in Margibi, 90.7 in Bong, and other frequencies across Liberia. We're also live on www.voiceofliberiaradio.com. You can also listen to us and join us and watch us on our Voice of Liberia television. You can get us on Radio Garden as well. You will get us live and clear right there. We go to the Gambia, where we're going to speak with Amadou Kante concerning the ongoing commission of inquiry of alleged financial malpractice into local council instituted by President Adama Barrow, most heads of the financial department and tax collectors in several local areas. So Amadou Kante will join us this morning to fill us in, tell us more about this issue, what has been some of the outcome, how is it intends mainly having people to do the right thing. It is about the fight against corruption, how people collect the government money. Are they using it for the intended purpose, or are they doing what they should do? So we try to see as well we can establish contact with Amadou Kante there in the Gambia this morning on the show as to speak to him concerning. Amadou, good morning.
Good morning, Sekou. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you as well for joining us. You want to tell us why do you think Gambian people are surprised or shocked about some of the revelation made at the Commission of Inquiry concerning the ongoing Commission of Inquiry of alleged financial malpractice into local council instituted by the President of the Gambia?
Well, indeed, I think the Gambians relatively were shocked, or of course, or like you said, surprised about some of the revelations coming from the Commission of Inquiry into the local councils of the country. Yes, Gambians have been all along wondering, or thinking that there were some malpractices happening in this local council, but it has not been to the magnitude. Of course, how, or people have been hearing some of the things that has been happening for the longest, possible time. I can say, how some of these councils have been operating, especially some of the people that are, mandated to manage the welfare of the council finances. So the head of the financial institution and some of the tax collectors, were so much involved in financial irregularity. So this has came as a dismay to many Gambians that all along people have been wondering where the council money is going, because the council, according to law, supposed to give 60% of the revenue collected to the community. But this has not been happening. All the way saying people were not paying taxes and all that, but surprisingly, they were getting the money. Instead of taking it to the bank, they were just, sharing it among themselves, surprisingly.
Do you think the president has been vindicated for establishing such a commission in the Gambia?
Yeah, I think the president may feel vindicated, apparently, as to what has been coming out from this, commission or witnesses that has been appearing before the commission. I think even the president would be surprised, about some of the things that has been coming out. Relatively, not every Gambian would have expected what has been said by some of these witnesses as to the manner in which they were operating. It has been for the longest time that they have been doing, of course, wrong, should I say, operations at the councils. And I think the president will be vindicated, especially when he decided to institute this commission. There have been a lot of controversy among it, around it.
Amadou, is it clear that those witnesses, they've been able to come out and say out of the belief of the people that the council has been very corrupt and they've been mismanaging the funds collected. They are false and misleading.
Well, at some point they would try to do that, but when the councils put them to task, they would have no option but to put it as it happened. All right, because there were evidences, there are other things that were done, and at some point they would try to defend themselves. There's this is what happened, but if they are put to task to explain, they would at some point realize that yes, what they have been doing is not in line with the work that they were supposed to do. So there were a lot of irregularities allegedly made by this head of financial department in this council and the tax collectors. And interestingly, they would just say they were just being told to do so by their bosses or whatever they want to call it, maybe the CEO of these councils, and some courts are also involved. And these are government agencies that have been tasked to manage the welfare of these councils. They're supposed to work with the chairman or chair.
So, Amadou, for how long the commission is expected to proceed aimed at the prevailing, situation on hand?
The commission initially was supposed to, operate or, work for only 3 months, but it has now almost, it's more than 8 months now, I can say. So no one knows how long this commission will go, because in every sitting there are new things that are coming out from different councils. So I think even now the president would be just waiting to see, when this commission will complete its work. But it's not clear for how long it will be operating. So because there are so many things that are coming out apparently in this ongoing inquiry.
Thank you very much. Amadou Kante is our correspondent in the Gambia. We go to Ghana to talk to Jonas Biarobi this morning on the show. In Ghana, the Supreme Court has, in 2 separate judgments, declared an unconstitutional the payment of wages to the spouses of the president and vice president. Hey. Oh my God. Serious things are happening in African countries though. Okay, we will go to Jonas and talk to him this morning from Ghana on this show, Jonas Biarobi. This is a very interesting news here. I don't know. Yes, these things happen when you get president, vice president, they say you might be paying our spouses and all the kinds of things. Jonas joins us on the line from Ghana. Now, Jonas, good morning.
Good morning, Sekou.
Now, what reasons did the Supreme Court give in its ruling on this case as it relates to the rejection and saying it is unconstitutional to allow the president and the vice president's spouses to be paid by government's money?
Well, so it's quite clear the Supreme Court has handled this case for over 2 years now, trying to get a solution to it, as there was some concerns raised by Ghanaian citizens why they should be paying the spouses of the president and the vice president. So in the Supreme Court's ruling, it indicates clearly that they are just partners of the people who are steering the affairs of the country and do not have any specific duty to rule in the country. And secondly, when you look into the Constitution of Ghana, it does not provide, it has not made any provision for the spouse of either the president or the vice president. And any other activity that these two people may be taking up in the country taking just as an every individual could decide to go out to take up initiatives or help people. And so there is no need that they should be put on the payroll of Ghana for no reason, because they are not part of the Article 71 holders who are the political heads or occupying political positions in the country that are supposed to be paid with the taxpayers' money. So the court says that no, these people do not have any official duty, and so they must not be paid with the Ghanaian citizens' tax money.
Has it always been the case that the wives of the president and vice president join salary from the national purse of the country?
Well, it has always been the case, Seku, since 1992.
Jonas, we are not getting you.
Well, I said it's always been the case since 1992. The spouses of the vice president and even the president himself has always been taking salary. The issue of even allocating offices for them has always been a controversy. But then anytime somebody is in power, automatically their wife is allocated an office and their wife is given a monthly allowance to run their office. So that has been the issue till now. And what even raised the concern right now is that some 2 years ago, when President Akufo-Addo won the election for the second time, there was a committee that was set up to decide the salary of the president, the vice president, and their ministers, to decide their salary. So after deciding on the salary, how much these political heads should be paid, they also recommended that the spouses of the president and the vice president should also be paid some allowances at the end of the month to run their activities. And that was where the issues came up, and people have to head to the court to find out why they were asked to be paying. The committee have recommended that they should be paid. And so as the ruling came yesterday, the court said it was unconstitutional. And so for all those that have received the money, they're not going to be refunded, but they are going to put a stop to it. No no spouse of the president or the vice president would take any salary from the Ghanaian purse anymore.
Do spouses of the president and maybe that of the vice president have any official duties in the country?
Well, just like I was saying, constitutionally, they do not have any official duty. And the only thing we do is that the moment somebody becomes a president, then their spouse, it's become a norm. Their spouse now begin to form foundations. Like currently as we speak, we have the President Akufo-Addo's wife, like the Rebecca Foundation, and then the Vice President Samira Foundation. These are their personal initiatives. And so with this, they go around, depending on which aspect of life they want to tackle, whether maternal mortality or even education, it is their choice, that they will form a foundation and try to help make some kind of changes or sensitization in those areas. Apart from that, they do not have any official duty, just as we know that the Constitution provides that the president has his office and his duties, the vice president has his office and his duties. So the argument is that even ordinary citizens who are not spouses to the president can also form foundations, and we have so many of such foundations. So there's no need that they give them our money only in the name of the fact that they also run some activities.
Thank you very much, Jonas Biarobi. Jonas is Voice of Liberia, Ghanaian correspondent. He's been on the line telling us more about what's happening in Ghana and out of news by go. He said, "You're not money in Liberia, the puppet of the president, Jew on salary, the vice president too, Jew gets something to talk." Now I believe that the vice president let Melecine business, but we'll talk about it at 8 o'clock when we're talking about the other issue. Let's go to the lines and take some of your calls on this raw issue and what you listen to our correspondents at 8 o'clock. We'll talk about the big issues. My name is Sekou, and I'm Sekou Sharif. We'll go to the lines on 0770 907 907, 0770 907 907, 0880 907 907 And let's go.
For Bangapon County, it is 0779-003-835, 0779-003-835. Let's take calls.
You got calls there?
No.
Okay, let me
from
take this
that
person.
end.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sego, and let me say good morning to my sister, Samira. This is David King, the proper defender. I joined you from my resident this morning. You know, Sego, when you lie to come to power, when you are in power, you can no longer lie because you're in governance. Everything that you do, people will go and fast check those things that you're talking about. So it is very much easier to lie on a power, but in power, you don't lie. So for Paul Boaka to tell us that in 100 days, no car will hit anywhere, as about the time, cars are already hitting in the mud. In fact, there was a UNICEF people who were the first people to start to post from the southeast. You could see that car was stuck up in the mud. All right? And that is to tell you how deceptive the over is with Liberian people. Joe Boaka don't mean well for Liberia. Joe Boaka spent 12 years on Capitol Hill around the executive mansion. He did not learn anything. He's the most daughter's president Liberia ever experienced in our presidency. So we want to say to...
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take another person. I like the words they're using. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sego.
Good morning.
Sego, I do join your conversation on district number 10 in my oral belt. Yeah, Sego, to the issue, you know, people see that coming to the presidency, you get that kind of blended lie, and at the end of the day, your lie meter with you. Baka see that Liberia is Baka Republic, so whatsoever thing he can come out to do, he don't care. If you even look at how Baka running the executive today, Baka don't have control over the executive. There are a few group of people that are doing things for Baka. Baka won't be relaxing at home and just watching people that messing up this country.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this person. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is LP from Chicken Soup Factory, Memory Respondent Defense Team. Look, the people will continue to lie to the Liberian people because they just think that we are crazy people in this country. So you let you take any type of rule, it left for you. Well, one thing I can tell you, it will haunt you in the nearby future. Look at our president today. If our president, one of the shortest president ever, people were advancing on any position. Look at what he did today. Look at what the Supreme Court come away. Look at what the Supreme Court come away. Everybody will tell you, say, you stop the thing, you cannot afford any position, now you go to the Supreme Court. Look at what the Supreme Court come away. So you tell me all the years that Joseph Walker said in government, you want to tell me that you don't have experience? You don't have experience?
We were talking about that one at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes.
And good morning to the people of Mama Liberia. CEO, this is Isaac Wuzing, first to be called son of KOK, and I'm joining the conversation this morning. Electoral District number 14, the most developmental and oriented representative of our town, on the Rokekula Mukakamara district. CEO, I want to say thank you to you and Samara for the conversation. I know one of the reasons I always get up early in the morning to follow the voice of Liberia and the Good Morning Liberia show is I must admit today is because of the issue of this correspondent. Because it makes us informed, it makes us when we are out there tomorrow, speaking to our friends about issues around the world in Africa, we speak the facts. To speak things that we are hearing and on voice of Liberia because us Liberia bring us the issue and the fight to us. But the issue of this president, CEO, these people have failed us. There are nothing they can do to convince us that they can liberate this country and bring this country back to what it takes. CEO, just imagine, the other day I saw the MCC, the same mayor saying that he needed how many $1 million just to get the city clean and sanitized and clean the city. It is today that he is crying because they are in power today. Yesterday when we told them that some of these things are things that these are the challenges that may oppose you of facing. They not believe they say that you are enjoying all of the money there. So I don't think these are things that is relying on. These people are already failed. Just wait on them now to say they won't prepare president for our country.
All right, let me take it from my end. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
Good morning, Secretary.
Morning.
This is TDC Papi Social Skater. I do join from Banga Bonkante this morning, Avenue on the Rogers Marine Corps this morning.
Okay.
And let me see Kulo this morning, Samira and Seku. There's people, they are fear of Komebwaka, and people, they are fear the Labran people. If he approves or lady will last, they continue will last to her until order. And can you believe that a community project that what an individual living in a community can take 2-3 load truck and go within the community to pave the place? These are the places that the government posting on Facebook that they are doing road project to the Liberian people. And I post on my page about the country, the road process. And just yesterday, God moved on beyond that. Their own radio station, which is Spoon TV, they were going Grand Jury shop in the mosque. So they were going on live yesterday morning, early in the morning. The mud and the water cut the whole road. They had a lot of truck and vehicle parked while more than 3-4 days. So their own radio station brought us out yesterday. These people need to be serious to us.
When we say there, we say the truth.
And we in Liberia. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is John D. Paulo. I call for my Banga City resident, my Old Trafford Barbie Center on Kogoya Road.
Okay.
I want to say good morning to my CEO, Segu V. Sherry. And I want to tell you guys thank you very much for always affording all this time to share our view on your platform. And I want to say thank you for at least making us to know what is occurring in our neighboring countries. I think it is a good thing, and you should continue. And to the issue, I want to say I'm very shocked of the 42 years old experience in government, the way he's leading this country. I think Joe Boakai just sit in that place before, not knowing that he was coming to become president. It's very shocking to see the kind of way the old man is running this country, like somebody who have not done even a sweeping job in government office yet. Can you imagine saying he has sent to that power? Everything he touches, there is a problem. I think Joe Boakai need to rebuild up his effort because let's see that now he was in control here, now he was in run here. That whole country, so that he leave the people.
Okay.
Thank you, Samira.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Take few calls. Let's transition.
Good morning, Samira, and good morning to Segu.
Elima, where do you join us from?
You need Moses any smoke called Banga Bonkande.
Okay.
You know, the government came to power with rhetoric, so everything they do, it will not be screened. Come to the road, the good no had nothing to tell Liberian people. I guess this more day for the 100 days they dribble. What would they tell us? The people on Syria, people on say they want
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to my sister, the natural beauty of Nimakande Samoa, and good morning to our more investigative journal of our time, who's a Siku Sherry. My name is Philip Detour. I join you from Banga City, Bonkante. Yeah, I'm constrained. I'm just, disappointed. I'm not amused. They go money.
Amen.
This is why I've been silent on the media. Yeah, I've been silent on the media. I've been really to Phoebe to Bakinde, and we would do the burial. They go Thursday, but. And one way or other, we just got to call me out contribution to a Liberian group.
Okay, I'll
you know, what I can tell the Liberian people, they think it's not surprised to we the Liberian. So we shall have a power to you people. If you get a 9-year-old woman, you say the woman not working on time, and you divorce the woman, you go marry us 68-year-old or 79-year-old woman. What do you expect from that woman? I'm surprised when the people there, they are posting dusty road, the security booth, this and that. President, we are doing most of the thing more than them. Because President, we are build hospital, they say, and that hospital will eat. President, we eat 3 months. In Moria there, President, we are paying most of the community rule. President, we are build part, they say, and that part will eat.
Yeah.
President, we are made our national stadium up to stand up. They say, and that stadium will eat. All of the development they make in Liberia, they say, it was not anything. The only thing Braga was saying, they should bring bread and butter on our table. They can't have the repair claim. They just put in the Liberia, everything they do is fake. That's fake thing. They're doing in Liberia. So that is not surprising to us, Samara.
Okay.
They will not bring nothing to the table because the old man is no way in get do nothing. Thank you.
All right, Philip. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Let's take maybe 2 more calls. We need to go, Samira. We need to go. We've got too many issues. Let me take this person here. Yeah, we need to go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Rosa. I call you for Chicago this morning.
Go ahead.
I appreciate you for the talking time. So now we're talking here. I can want to I think you was saying that people there. They say what he was also my dad. I think your mother said, so we are go. So they come in and have the most experienced president that today. That's where I seen what they are doing. Look at the sheep thing you talking about yesterday, Samira. Taking some of the country under project, lying say is a country project. And what he is not man coming to power. It's for several months, 3 months. We have an international contract. It's only going to have no international contract. Have you going to any international and you think he took over in century or 2 seconds? Have you leaving the country to go to me? You didn't let the country go to you. People take you for that support. When it comes to international, you go very saying a country to make and something to happy for a country here gone there. They live a tax that the Korean country. Now, what he is from the UC, let's say, trying to step by, but taking a train and using our money. And now they pay for the water will raise for the car. Instead of asking for license, but they're taking people to raise for the car. It's very difficult to do that for the old and on people. But once I was there this morning, it's not just about how we see it. Why is sharing my food? Because he has the 18 hectares. Look, but I can now protest for president. For who said that he could benefit at the extent of being invited to the church, he will see the pay for the quality for us today. Thank you for appointment time this morning.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
My name is Usman Kumar, calling from Ravi Community of the State of Alaska. You know, this country is very interesting in this country. For Ambassador Baka to say 100 days no car speaking in mouth, you know, it doesn't mean that I want to speak. That was a political statement that he made. But I think this government is trying their best to see how best they can do to rescue the Liberian people. Come here, protest, all those things. I think it's unfair to the Liberian people. If you're the journalist, if you don't have nothing else to say, I think you have to look for a talking point.
You tell what to talk about. Good morning. The last caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. You are the last caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Rochers, and I do join you from Johnsonville.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chico, on this talking point. 2 cardinal issues that I need to talk about this morning.
No, talk about the one we talk about.
Which one are you talking about?
You know, then you call?
Listen to me now. Listen to me. Hello?
You are live. Ain't supposed to listen?
Listen to you, yeah.
Good. Chico. Let me tell you something. Look, we need to stop making fun out of the Liberian people. Listen to me. The past 6 years, we saw all lot of things going on that was not right for the people of Liberia. We saw how the taxpayer money was being put in the personal pocket. Listen to me, this government just took over. We need to get this.
So we're listening now. What are you talking now that we should keep listening to you now? So you think you got exclusive right to talk, eh?
Yeah.
You think you got exclusive right? You gotta understand. You on the line, listen to me.
Yeah.
Tell you get like kind of an exclusive right. Yeah, man, but you do that kind of a way. Let's move on now, folks. That was not shocking to some of us, but the real news came up yesterday about what okay. Okay, so let me move to the LTA case. Okay, so on yesterday, here you go. You see, God not sleeping. When you do something, God is always in control, And this is it, and this is how it happens. Let's move now. Yesterday, the Supreme Court is the highest arbiter of justice in our country. When the Supreme Court rules in a case, you can, I don't know the legal people how they will say that. What next you do? Maybe that the ECOWAS or what kind of court you go to, you get nowhere again to go. When these smaller courts rule in your favor, rule against you, you run to the Supreme Court. So, the puppet of a president in Joe Boakai took over. But before, let me give you the historicity of this thing. Joe Boakai was the then head of the Liberian Senate, meaning the president of the Liberian Senate. When the issue of the tenure position issue was being passed. So during that time, he affixed his signature, meaning as the secretary to that document. When Ellen signed on the document, meaning securing, protecting, and upholding to the law that tenure positions would not be affected were there to come appointments when their tenure are not expired. You understand me, right? When their tenure are not expired. And so, you have this issue of the tenure position, and some other people thought that if you don't secure tenure positions and make it to be for a period of time where no one will be able to move them, any government or whosoever will come and just want to remove them. The past government wanted to cancel the tenure position as to have the exclusive right of the president.
Yeah.
That was not done. So it means this law was a law that was breathed by Joe Boakai and the likes of other people when they were in the then Unity Party government where he served as vice president of the country for 12 unbroken years. So it is of a point that anyone will say that Joe Boakai is acknowledgeable and he knows he should. Let me use this word, he should. Because he has shown to us that he lacks that understanding. So he should have been in the know and understand that you cannot appoint people in tenure positions once that tenure it has not been able to expire. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, it. Joe Boakai knowingly, not by mistake, knowingly went ahead and appoint people in tenure positions. He appointed people in tenure positions. Was it a mistake? Certainly it was not a mistake. It was not a mistake by Joe Boakai. Joe Boakai knew what he was doing. He knowingly appointed people in tenure positions. Then it brings you to a point to say, this puppet of a president, is he a respecter of the law? Because a respecter of the law, a president that respects the law, will not in any way go and appoint people in positions that the law forbids. The law says you cannot appoint people in any position once their tenure, it has not been able to expire. So it means they should be there in their tenure positions until that tenure can expire. They can only be removed for a cause. And it should not just be all kinds of things. It should be a tangible reason why they should be removed. A tangible one. So, you go to the point, knowingly, you went and appointed people in the positions. Read the appointment list. Read the appointment list. The people they appointed to LTA. Me, I'm being specific about LTA today.
LTA. It was on February. That was February 20th when the list came up for other ministries, but specifically the Liberia Telecommunications Authority. It says Abdullah Kamara, chairperson; Patrick Hona, commissioner; Clarence Kotu Masakwe, commissioner; Ben A. Fufana, commissioner; Angela Bush Cassell, commissioner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 persons, they were appointed by the President Joe Boakai to go and serve at the LTA, wherein they have people serving there already, and they're telling you they are not yet been expired. And that was on February 20th when this particular listing came up. On that day, you had a couple of ministries that came up, and LTA was also part of it.
Call the name again so that people hear it.
So these people are Abdullah Kamara, the chairperson; Patrick Hona, commissioner; Clarence Kotu Masakwe, commissioner; Ben A. Fofana, commissioner; Angela Bush Cassell, commissioner. Now, the president appointed these individuals, a president who says that he knows the law. He knows as to how to go about the law. He knows how to do everything within this country because he worked within. We'll bring you the voice of the president saying that he knows how to run government. He knows governance. He said that it is not a strange thing. So how is it possible that government is not a strange thing to you, but you are going on appointing people to take new position, and now they slap you in your face to the extent that the Supreme Court rule against you? How is that possible? If you know governance or you know government, you will know that you are not to appoint in these positions, except you go to these individuals and tell them, I want to pay you off, and they agree for you to pay them off for the balance 6 or 5 years. Then yes, a person will say, okay, we will go with that and I'll be able to appoint. But you never had any. You just came to the disco and just started to send people to take new position, thinking that nothing will come out of it. How can you run your government like that? How is that possible? And too many persons around here, we ourselves on the radio, we talked about this thing. We talked about it on a daily basis, that what you are doing is a witch hunt. And you said that you wouldn't stop. Now it reaches the Supreme Court. And yesterday, they ruled against you. It's where you find yourself. If you are incompetent, if you don't know what to do, but yet you're saying that you know government, then that is where you will lead. And everybody will say, but we told him. How is it possible that you work for 42 years, but you're acting as if to say it is your first time entering the mansion? I ain't talking about sitting in the presidency, though. That is how you're acting. Because the same United Party government, they were the people who introduced this tenure position. Now, Judge Weah came and said, let's remove this and leave it to the president that he may be able to appoint to all ministries. And you people said, no. Let them stay in their positions. And he did. It was the code of conduct. It was the law. He abided by it. Why is it now it came to you, you couldn't abide to it? People, people will not take Liberia for granted, right? You won't think that you will do things and it will just go on a fiasco note. Nobody will take you anywhere because you feel that, oh, that government, people that say that you can fight government and all of that. If you are right, if you are proceeding rightfully, if you are, the law is backing you, you have all your documents, for example, the 10-year case, nobody can tell you can fight government.
But listen, let me read what the document says.
Nobody can tell you can fight document, you can fight government.
Let me read what the law says, what the ruling say, then we'll come back and say some things here this morning on the show. Let me read it. They said judgment. They said, where this case was called for hearing, councillors Actor J. Johnson, Samuel Wa Zaza, C. Alexander B. Zo, Frederick L. Gbemi, and James N. Kume appeared for the respective petitioners. Councillor N. Oswald Tue, Minister of Justice, and Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, and Councillor J. Duffels Kanu appeared for the executive branch of government. Then it says, having carefully examined the facts contained in the records listed to the arguments on both sides and considered the laws relevant thereto, it's hereby. Joe, you are disgraced to this country. That's the reason why you will be disgraced every day, right? Right? It said that the Supreme Court has held the 1989 article, has held that Article 89 of the Constitution 1986, which gives the legislature the authority. It gives the legislature the authority to do what? To make laws. Joe, because of your high level of stability as the puppet president, you continue to desecrate the sacredness of the presidency. That's what happens to a puppet of your kind who sits there and be controlled by the people. Look at, you don't even have good legal advisors.
Yeah.
No legal advisors will sit there and allow you to expose your limitation.
Yes.
They will tell you, Mr. President, this is not good. So the law then said that the Supreme Court has held that Article 89 of the Constitution 1986, which gives the legislature the authority to create autonomous agencies, does not contravene Article 56 of the Constitution. So it says the power you get, the Constitution gave you the power, the Constitution gave the legislature the power. So when the legislature, carry out that power to create autonomous agency, your power cannot supersede the power. The government is made out of 3 branches. And the 3 branches of government, they've got 3 separate functions. And they work in lines with each other. Your function cannot come and supersede my function and destroy my authority. What kind of puppet of a president we have in this country that lacks all it takes? He has no vision. He continues to undermine the rule of law of our country. This is what you get. Pajo, you will continue to be disgraced. Look at the people. I will count to them one by one. Let me finish here. I'll go to the vice president. Now I believe that the vice president now is into medicine business. They want a big medicine man. They mean a big medicine man. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. He said, legislature, the authority to create autonomous agencies does not contravene Article 56 of the Constitution. Hence, the act by the President of Liberia is in nominating persons to the petitioner's positions while their tenures are still in force and unexpired is tantamount. Hey, yeah, man. The Supreme Court is a place to run. It's tantamount to their removal from office. And that there be no showing of the existence of any of the conditions for the petitioner's removal. You see? You did not show any reasons, any legit reason. What it costs you removing them. Their tenure still exists. They stay there for the number of time. Then you go with your empty head. You say you president, and you go appoint someone there. Spanless president. Worst of all has ever happened to our country. A puppet of a president sits there. He does nothing but to undermine and desecrate the sacredness of that office that should be whole at the highest. Yes, he lacks all it takes. You making our country to look like a playground because people are laughing out at what you do. They say, oh, but how the president will go appoint people? Oh, but what happened with the president? What happened? The man that woke up, the man to his senses. Let me let you to know, let the world know that Joe is not to his senses. Because anybody that is within the right mind will not go to the extent. You have all the positions in this country to appoint people. That only any position. That only any position you can go put people there. And you see how disgracefully it is now to you. Then you see the supporter and say, oh, the strong country, democracy is at work, the rule of law. You lie.
Yeah, not rule of law, Benny.
You did not rule of law?
They will not take these people from there.
You want to do arbitrary removal of people. The people taught
then
you
you say
sense.
rule of law.
What you call rule of law? If you know the rule of law, you come to remove the people from attending
Exactly.
positions. Eh?
So let the law take its things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it what? Eh? So the law now has been able to beat some sense into your head, Joe Boaka.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go ahead. I will read the thing again. That the Supreme Court has held that Article 89 of the Constitution 1986, which gives the legislature the authority to create autonomous agencies, does not contravene Article 56 of the Constitution. Hence, the act by the President of Liberia in nominating persons to the petitioner's positions while their tenures are still in force and unexpired is tantamount to the removal from office, and that there being no showing of the existence of any of the conditions for the petitioner's removal from office as stipulated in the acts creating the respective entities to which the petitioners are appointed. So you see, the people say they could say the act that created LTA or the various institutions, there are things that are prohibited. Once you are there, you are not to do it. Did they do it? No. Were there any cause for the removal? No. But because this puppet that sits in the presidency woke up wants some money, his supporters like the likes of Patrick Honda then say, oh, remove them, remove them. They think it will just take 1 week. That's why he posted on his page, but he deleted it. Remove them. It will just take 1 week. Yeah, go there. You think that's how government runs? Now you will be forced to go to some kind of position, Patrick. Or either you go sit to your little Punch FM that you have, that little squeeze place, that you go pour all kinds of old things there inside there. Sometimes when we say the things, your things say we want to brag.
Yeah.
But Patrick of all should be having one of the best radio stations in this country. That board needed to be baking around here to open radio station. You worked for 12 years in Ellen government. What did you do? Eh? You see some of the carelessness of some of you just forcing the old man because you lavish the little things you got. So by now you don't have anything. You look like a bad boy. So you think that it is time for you to come back and correct the mistakes. Yes, you think it is time for you to come back and correct the mistakes. I'm not going to talk about all the other people, but I'm going to talk about Patrick. Because this young man is very unserious. I've never seen unserious young man like this. So now they're fighting. One go sit down to LTA and decide we want the radio station to be on and everything. You will either go be talk show host on your little Punch FM you have, or they look for someone to play and just manage you. Because of your unseriousness in life, this is what will happen to you. Imagine this boy worked for 12 good years in Ellen's administration. He could not open radio station. He needed to be fighting people here. Yeah. He be fighting people for equipment, be fighting people for this and everything. When I just tell you somebody, go, yeah. Yeah, man, but he go open, put the microphone, different thing, they go put it there, can't say, he say he get radio station. Me, my own, I'm not bragging, but I need to say because this is where we find ourselves. Right? That thing, that boy called radio, cannot even come near the one we built in Margibi County. I'm talking about in Monrovia. You know, we don't hate anybody, but sometimes it's good to talk the truth. How can an educated man, as he claims he is, he will sit there and allow the puppet of a president to go and appoint him in any position? They are the ones that say, oh, Joe, appoint all there. Nothing will happen. Let go there. You see the disgrace you bring to the presidency of our country? You see what has happened now? It is a big slap in the face of this puppet of a president. Look at, see how they didn't looking. You run to the Supreme Court. You think the Supreme Court people crazy? They can't get you the red. They say, oh yeah, you read to remove 10 people. Then you go work again. You say, oh, the judges, the judges said the mom.
Seriously, some other people, you look at it, you knew that it's not possible. But you look at it and say we will go into it. But you want to that the greediness, ne carrying it on it.
Yeah.
Seku.
That one made
That the
no
greediness.
good position there now. They now get all
the good position.
Yeah. So we just managed to, okay, you know what? I will talk to the puppet of a president, Joe, to send you to Kuwait. You be our ambassador, or you'll be the communication man to Kuwait.
Or if they happens to take the youth and sport man, then you will go there.
No, who the youth and sport?
Ambassador of youth and sport. Yeah, at last.
But what did Patrick know about sport?
But no position again. So we're just saying that.
Okay, we'll send him there as the president for Lofa Community College.
What thing you're going to do LTA first?
That what is
what thing you're going to do? For me, you go on the radio go send LTA.
You know, that the whole thing. They make a radio station. Then you won't go see that conflict of interest.
No, what you going left?
Are you kidding me? Imagine that board there. That board worked with ELBC. All that opportunity they had. That board, that open market bar, they were fighting on one lay OKFA. Man.
The thing again here. Yeah. Because currently, Patrick is not thinking where the papa is shopping.
Yeah. So no, man, started dancing again.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to say with the power vested in me, we were saying Patrick Honda because he did not get the job to LTA. We sent Patrick Honda to what can I play my saying, man? What kind of play get mad, man?
We're not
Patrick, they won't get mad.
Yeah, we say government work is not good, right? Yeah. It is good, right? But Seku, you, I guess you had opportunity to do government work over and over. But you said, let me build my institution. But the people there, at the end of the day, they move on. They didn't get anything to show. At the end of the day, you go build it, matches, hoping that they little
the men struggled.
Yeah.
The men struggled. The men worked for 12 years. Now, nobody hate anybody. But you know what happened to Patrick? It's on seriousness at the highest place or places. Listen, how can you go and work for 12 years and you've come from the broadcast background to open our radio transmitter needed to be taken from here to this place? They needed to go on Facebook to go take money from people to go buy people. At a certain time, Amin Moda wanted to be a share owner. You know what Amin Moda say? Amin Moda say he won't buy the whole thing from the man. And the man said no. He said Amin Market. Amin said no. Amin to that bad man. So my man view off. Yeah, my man Patrick suffer. So my man Patrick suffer. So my man Patrick now wanted to take the lay LTA job. Lay here now. The Supreme Court now go spoil the whole thing.
All this broadcast will need to find someone for Patrick.
Patrick had love. He had love for the job, but he make it mad.
They say, they ready to for that new position.
Yeah, man, my man Patrick had love for the team, man. Hey, man. I just think what my man think. I know from yesterday, man. The man took the whole list of government. And you know, the government get listed. All the places.
Yeah, going through. Let me see. Foreign affairs. If you go send out a foreign affairs there.
Bye. The Itinabo wanted to go get it. What the foreign affairs do, man? Yeah, man. Me, I know Patrick. Patrick now will be on anybody.
Tell you could go ERBC now as the director general.
But if any poll on their number, I will do the thing now. Okay, Patrick, you know what? Royal Lay Station will talk to Pajo, you business or something. Yeah, man. They take your hair.
Jesus.
Check out. Listen, for those of you that are watching, I know my man Patrick from yesterday. He took the sheet. He's looking at all the things. He said, "Oh, they want to put somebody there. They want to put somebody there." Okay, but not the other one.
APRC.
No. They put it on there. They go to. They say, free port. No, no, the other man. Yeah. But where will go now? Yeah. Then you call a man. My man, Mo.
I want to look at your position. Not look at your position.
Mo, my man, why you see that? The whole thing here now, what you think? What will be good for?
Look at my Lena go off.
Let's get a bag here, man. Yeah, he said, but the whole thing here.
Went off. What?
Okay, Patrick with me as ambassador. Ambassador of doing anything. No. Your government can give people alliance. Ambassador for doing anything alliance. Like you go to anybody say give money, we agree.
It's ambassador alliance.
Yeah. Go to the other side, take money, we agree.
Anywhere.
That the country we want. And what we voted for, yeah, we agree. Go, you ambassador alliance.
I don't know how to do anything, yeah. I swear. Nothing to know how to do. What? Somebody say it's a complete leave out, man.
Yeah, man, but my man.
Somebody say you're setting chicken Pierre when they get in a position to LT up a year and say good part drinking a piano and washing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody tell me say all the men running away from public affairs from the Ministry of Information. Okay. as power vested in me, Patrick Honda, you are now appointed as the Deputy Minister for Public Affairs at the Ministry of Information.
Or he can also go to the Ministry of, he can also go to Maritime as Deputy Commissioner.
Yeah, that boy like Commissioner. But
I
tell you position. I tell you, let's check it out.
Yeah.
That boy will not. When I boy hear anything about tennis,
we actually trying for him.
Yeah.
To find place to put him.
If Patrick hear anything about tennis, you're not going to right. Joe won't do anything. You say, "Papi, don't do that to me." He said, "Well, you just visit that man once a month."
Deputy Commissioner. Deputy Commissioner at large.
Okay, yes, very good. So he can go out of the country and he can see a lot of things. Yeah, man, the country. I swear to God, the country can go harder. I swear to God, let's be honest. The country, it can go harder.
No, it really.
Patrick, all for the and what about Peter?
That's the question.
Is it
look at the stuff.
Yeah.
Look at the stuff.
Yeah.
Look at the stuff up there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go. Yeah. I mean, Patrick, my brother, how you manage? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So I was asking somebody, I said, but I hear my man Patrick knew. Yeah, my man, anyway, my man, say my man Patrick to ERBC. He said, I beg you, yeah. Patrick say ERBC. Patrick say, now go taste the play. So you want commissioner job. Okay, when the maker get a commissioner to the any position, we'll send a man as commissioner to one of the districts.
Please be adding the Alash there.
Yeah, Alash. Either the man will go to Lofa, some kind of commissioner, Alash. The boy will travel from there and go anywhere and go arrange. The ball whole focus about my era, where Ma will be.
What?
The ball one place where Ma can be.
When you come credence.
Yeah, you think the ball won't go. They think the ball did not get in 12 years with Ellington. The ball wants to get it because the ball knows say the puppet of a president will get, he lacks everything. Amen. The ball say he won't go LTA. So LTA fini now. Like where again? Oh no, public were fini. Youth and sport fini.
So I'm not allowed to, you know what? Currently, Patrick Honda expectation, it is limited right now.
Yeah, my
all the places they almost
yeah, they think
so they're limited. That commissioner, we're not telling people moving from there because you know, Joe, we are renewing.
Yeah,
like anyone, I can't tell you. Yeah, talking about. So currently, as we speak, fellow Liberians, Patrick Honda is not in a position.
You know what? Let's do a go for Patrick. Somebody found Patrick normal. Seriously, but let's just do go fund. Don't send money to us. Just send it to him normal. At least he can, recollect, and then we can find another position. We can recollect and find another position for him. And let me say this to Pajo. That thing what you doing, don't be doing it to Pajo. Don't be sending Pajo to play when they will be rejecting you. When you be making the machine, that man.
Seriously, man.
They make it all your friend in the Liberia-VOL, they just wanted to confront him, then they go do that kind of thing.
Yeah, man. We actually got to find position for it. No, fellow Liberians, this is serious. It's something that we are discussing here. It's serious. You're not forget about the politics aside. The whole thing here, Patrick to suffer for the whole company.
No, Patrick suffer.
Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, but Seku, let me tell you, if you get high expectation, if you create to, the other one again, they can get steady position.
But the men said to go to your lay player, no nurse. The boss say you won't go to LTA.
For yesterday, anybody come to call Patrick yesterday?
No, I think Patrick feeding by me.
No, Seku, anybody feed by me.
Seriously, be honest, man. Patrick, that my man. But there's certain thing can happen in life, Patrick, you shouldn't have made this young man to feel the kind of a way. What did this young man do to you? To just put the man, disgrace the man like this. You go put the man play, what the man go to the play now and then go beat the man.
You know the thing like right now? Yeah. Or Seku the position.
That set up Patrick did to the ball.
They Seku won't post Emirato. Look at the position.
Yeah.
They Seku lost the case. They are behind Seku now. Testing Seku now. Seku, so nowhere else again. Seku, nowhere else there again. Nowhere else where you don't promise there.
Yeah.
They play her and nothing there.
Yeah. So that what can happen now? And let me tell you something here. When president appoint you somewhere and you not go there, my brother, for them to reappoint you again, now like another thing now you gotta go in. Yeah. Another small thing. Yeah, let's pray for him. Someone say, let's pray for him. We need to pray. We need to pray. Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
We need to pray.
No, seriously.
My young man, you know, let me tell you something. Before we go to the lines, nobody hate anybody. And let me say this to all the young people in and around Liberia, out of Liberia. If you have a little opportunity, make use of it. Do not be the person always will listen to people and say, yes, sir.
Exactly.
People got to do things before. You see, Patrick, were you to be that young man that is, that has a vision, honestly, by now, you won't be running behind government job so easily. It's not a bad thing to do a government job. You are qualified. That no one can say, oh, Patrick is not qualified. Patrick, you are qualified. Patrick, you are a very good radio personality.
Yeah.
You've got all it takes. You're a very good brand when it comes to the radio. That no one can take it from you. But let me tell you something here, right? You did not utilize the opportunities you have. You misuse it. So to the extent you became a bad ball. You became a bad ball. Listen. Yeah, my brother. Prince, Patrick Hunter got love for the job, but he did not make it.
Yeah.
You became a bad ball. At your level you reach, the past 12 years before the 6 years, anyone would have thought that you run your own thing. You don't need to be running behind doing all the kinds of stuff you're doing. Imagine to open a radio station for you, you needed to be begging around here. Yeah? What it says to you, it is a slap in your face. Now, you see another thing. You guys, when they appointed you people, and then the Supreme Court slaps your face again, now you're going to look for another job. There will be no more ride again when you get another job.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like they're managing you. It's just like you've been managed, And even your, your little radio station, I know there where your hand can reach, but sometimes, my young man, if you have the chance this time around, utilize the little you earn.
Yeah.
Don't mind the enjoyment and do things out of the way that you got to be telling people to do something before. But Patrick had love for the job. Let's be honest.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's go to the lines. Pajo, you have shown your ineptitude to the extent you've been slapped in the face by the Supreme Court and say to you, my young man, you're supposed to understand better. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to understand better.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
How do you go as a president, you go appoint somebody in a tenure position?
Okay. We have started receiving calls already. 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0779-003-835 for Banka Bon County. Let's take the first call from Bon County this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Go ahead.
Yes, John T. Akpaulo from Banga. Samira, the whole thing here, aside from my man Patrick.
Patrick and
2017, the way they spoke against Jowia. How as soon Jowia get as president, he will remove from the state radio. He went and sat down for a complete 6 years, all doing nothing. Just for Baga to come into power now, the men struggling to get job.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning, that boy will suffer. So he said, what the evil man does after them, and I living after them, I way back story, but now he living with them.
Oh, yeah.
So this time around, Patrick, they will catch it. We're looking at it, and in their own government, they will suffer to get job. Thank you, Felmira.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where do you join us from?
I'm Councillor Sonny S. Fomo calling from Bon County, CBS this morning.
Go ahead.
I just want to say hi to you. You guys in studio, hi to CEO, and then it comes to the issues about the returning position, about Joseph Imabwaga appointing people to returning position, And probably you can see the food of front line before him, but he want to do things in the way that he want to do it, like nobody will have any question, and he lying, all those things are going on. People are reading the code going on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah.
Thing that you have your signature on. Then today you are going against it. Then meaning you are someone that don't go by rules in this country.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Thank you for the show this morning, and thank you to everybody.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay, that person left the line. Let's take calls from. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
I'm doing mobile Sagama, and I'm calling from Cinco this morning.
Calling from where?
Cinco.
Cinco. Go ahead.
Yeah. Samira and Stego, good morning to you guys. Thank you very much for the subject of the discussion. The issue about this United States government, they came to power with anchor.
I see.
And that is why they will continue to die in error. Because you did not come to the presidency with unity.
with love. You keep with that anchor in you. That's the reason why today you see people have been removed from their positions today because they say they are sedition. It's what the people do to you that you have that evil against them. So look at the same position. If I was Joseph Mompara, Joseph Mompara is now a leader as a partner. He was a good leader. He was dismissed as leader and pastor. Dismissed because he misled you. And you are brought you out to public justice. So you need to govern with sincerity, govern with love, govern with patriotism. You are not the ruling party. Take everybody as one and unify the country. For example, that you are there to waste people, money behind people, creating more divisions in the country. So this country will live here. We told the Liberian people if they did not listen, we'll go to the stage here and we'll learn a lesson to the land.
Okay, let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira and Seku. My name is Bobani F. I'm calling from Bangabong County.
Okay.
Let me say thank you very much for the topic on the discussion. But I just want to make a recommendation to do cover the people that escorted the men to NASCO. So I just want for them to go there. You couldn't my senator let it go for the men to NASCO because that is let it go.
Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
Samira, my name is Isis Junior, and I join your conversation from Bangladesh morning.
Okay, you have to walk away from the monitor, please.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Samira, you know, this government is not serious. And I believe what is happening now to Patrick, it is not a task. You know, Patrick was here 2023 campaign on particular blasting on the CDC government that the CDC government were not able to take care of this country. And then today we're looking at the Unity Party led government, a 42 years of experience woman today cannot afford anything or to the country. So this is not a surprise to us. So let party go sit down. Let him be there some of us today. So we're not careful Patrick. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's take us from that end. We'll take us up to 9:15, and we'll move on to another discussion. Good morning.
Yeah, let me say good morning to you. Samira, this is David King. I call you this morning from my residence, the football defender. You know, we will continue to demystify the myth that the Unity Party brought to the Liberian people and our people failed to it. But it is now the time for our people to open our eyes to see. What happened at the Supreme Court yesterday, there was not a slap. There was a punch in the face of Joseph Walker. A real punch. Punch for the boxer, you know, that one you received. 1,000 pound point, that one you received yesterday. But your honor, he sat all around here saying all sorts of things about the CDC. That George here was in M. George here done something about leadership. Now he behind somebody who is a puppet, who is very much in M than George here, who have broken all of the law, who are going to give all of the constitution we got in the country. Joseph Walker, you know, as my brother Papi can call him, Kobe Walker. Kobe Walker don't know leadership. They Papi brag about being a leader, but he's not a leader. How can you be a leader when you go about breaking all of the laws in the country? Walker is not a leader. And that's why what a party honor will now go and sit on the bench and be waiting for second half because they game. And I don't even think that they will end the full 90 minutes because Jeremiah is now in all of the shrine in Liberia, out of Liberia, making sure that he come on the field to where the captain there. That's what happened when the government goes. The Liberian people shouldn't even raise our hope.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Peter Somo calling from Banga City, Bon County.
Okay.
Yeah, Samira, you know, Joseph Walker, we always tell people in Liberia that Walker can't do nothing for all in this country. People that voted the president, they just put our country in the same year mess. You know, that man was yesterday in general. That was slap that broke the Supreme Court put in that man feet yesterday.
And when he did do it, I feel like just looking at him crying. I don't want to see.
Who feels again? I want to see. People rude. Oh. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Yadime, where do you join us from?
My name is Richmond. I come from Pepper Supermarket Community.
Okay.
I want to thank you for the show this morning. I want to know something too.
You're live, my brother.
What's the meaning of puppet?
You want to know? You like you already know what they call puppet here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Good morning.
You're live.
Yeah, I'm John Sumbo calling from Ghana.
Yes.
You see, Samira, we told the Liberian people that puppet of a president will do absolutely nothing. You know, they always used to say the city-led government, the president is in air, everybody in air. They know all. They don't know that they are carrying on. You know what I mean? So, for the sake here, nothing we will see. Absolutely nothing. Because they got nothing to offer. The mistake that other old men were making, that part of the president that they will really say. You know what I mean? They know the thing for the 2 years they're in government. They're kind of blown up. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Let's take the next call. Good morning. Okay, let me take it from my end. Good morning.
Let's take the next call. Good morning.
Please walk away from the monitor or you switch it off.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, you're live.
Yeah, I would like to say thank you very much. People are doing extremely well by giving all the relevant information. So the first and foremost I would like to say is that President Boakai, when he became president of this country, he thought he's going to rule and run this country with party line. And once he became president, you are beyond party line. You start on running the country with the expectation of the citizen. You're not going in line with your party line. You first of all seek the interest of the citizen. But he is not going in that direction. So the first thing he's not doing is doing appointment. That appointment you are doing, to my own mind, if I was Joseph Boakai, President Boakai, I would notice dismiss the entire appointment and reappoint and make sure those right people, be in position to see the interest of the country. That's the only way the country will run. Because there is a lot of mistake and error made in the process. There are people that are in line with President Boakai that are telling him what to do, what not to do, that are rather making him to do the wrong thing. So he really need to work on it and see how best he can run the country the right direction. You see why the American, I hear the rumor that people say American government saying for him? The people know that he's doing the wrong thing. The country is not going the right direction. At any day, what we need to see in this country, we will see it. Now, the entire business community is going down the wrong way. No other business in this country. People are just here and there. If the process is not going to be, in the sense that where people are selling all around them, but now people are crying here and there who are now in the street for demonstration. And just lots of people living on the plot.
All right.
It could be serious in this country.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take another call there on 0770-907-907. 0770-907-907 is the number to call. Let's take calls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Jonathan S. I call from Front Street, Monrovia. Sister, I want to tell you thank you for the discussion this morning. And we told people around that these people were not coming to do any good for the country. But I think they can see for themselves. We told them that President we should remain there to continue his good work. But people say all the wrong thing about him. Today, the educated people are there. and they are in the wrong. President Baka was there for 12 years, vice president. All of these documents were fake. His signature was fake to these documents. And today, they are making error. He's not making error. He decided to violate the constitution of our country. But it's just the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take another call there, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're live.
Let me say money to Samara, let me say money to Sekou. This is Edmond Carr, the visually impaired guy that is making the mansion uneasy for Baka to sit in.
Okay.
And I call you from Dupo Road.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is so annoying about the whole changing position is about Waka, the unprepared president, the tired arresting president. For you to sit there over the 12th year, all of these changing position was created for you. And then when you became president, it was your right to say, well, our vice president, I didn't have my say. You will repeal the law. One way or the other, Liberian folk will employ you. But you didn't repeal the law. You sat there and started making appointments. Even some of your people, that's why the law is not one of my, but I know one of his supporters, he warned that there was a mistake. He still went ahead to do what he could do. Now this is where we are. The Supreme Court has given him a protocol bloody nose. What is he going to say? And now we are warning him. You can't touch. You can't touch one of these people to say he will sabotage their operation. We are watching him will come after him democratically before somebody misuse or statement. Okay? You know, Liberia, we don't know where we are headed. And then you're this seated, you don't say anything about these things. Not even a legislature that makes the law. They were there, they were appointing, they couldn't tell you, say, Mr. President, we can't go into the place because we are lawmakers, we are the ones that can make the law. We cannot go to break the law. But they accepted the because but party you guys discussing about party. Do you remember when party was going on his floor when you're going to get married? What did he do? And he naked a woman to walk buck naked doing a bachelor night. So these guys don't have a moral. And when you have immoral people presiding over our country, what you will see happening? You will start seeing mistakes. You will start seeing suffering on the Liberian people. These guys did not come to rescue because the need is divided. The need is they also represent us as a Liberian. Who are you rescuing? Who for who? Now you are not rescuing yourself before you be coming to the Liberian people. How can a hopeless person bring hope to people that are hopeless? No. Yes, he was the worst hopeless person in the country.
Okay, thank you.
For baby and lady who to survive. How can you rescue Liberia? You got to rescue himself before rescue. That's where we are. But God will protect us. God will say, but they would have subscribed to it. God will punish them. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. The veteran journalist of all time, the person of Sekou Sherry, and that of the female giant. Let me make it categorical clear. To my man Patrick, let my man Patrick check on the list more because I believe that they will give me another list. Maybe probably you'll find another free position there. Let the men understand things because they are the one that are behind Baka here and there running behind people for training position. Party should be thinking how best down to see how best thinking we can push everything together. Don't you think that people did not have the opportunity to work in government during Jawiyata? He has. Because Sekou know that he have ambitions to establish a radio station that will provide information to the people. It's not everyone who works in government, but he's too greedy for power, yet and behind people for training positions. So this is where you find yourself. So let you check again. Maybe probably the men will be another listing for him. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Benedict Smith, the speaker of the Concerned Motorcycle Advocacy Group and a strong follower of this unique platform. I want to say thank you for the topic on the discussion, and I want to speak directly to the Patrick Honor issue. Patrick Honor issues and other people that are in unit party today that are suffering for a job is a lesson for the generation. In the sense that if you are somewhere, don't just see people if I insult because of certain things. Patrick Honor insulted people all around here today. And they never knew that some people that they were insulting from ANC and from the other people, they were going to serve in unitary government. Like with the president today, some people from ANC, they are serving as a minister of state for president that are close to the president. Indeed, they'll be having good man for president on that end. No. So the seed that he saw yesterday is the food that he's eating. Even the party chairman today, and we notice in the whole unity party, most our insulting people around here, when you notice that they are suffering for jobs because of the way they engage people. So the society that you live in, the society is very, very small. You must know how you do it. It's a big lesson to him. So I say thank you very much for having me on the show, and I pray that I will get a CEO number because I really want to communicate with him. Last time I sent text, but there was no response at all. So please, I really want to see the communication.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're live.
Thank you. My name is Washington Swoop, and I call from Bisbee. See, my sister, we the Liberian people, we can't listen. The current vice president, who can travel in any European country, may also understand that this man bring is down. And when you bring down, he's crazy, man. So if you go ahead and you let an old crazy man to leave our country, the reason why we continue to experience such a mistake. It's a very serious mistake, and I will continue to pray. This stage will not earn on Baga, whether in Dow or whatsoever happening. If I continue, the stage actually ain't on in the leadership of my country. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Sekou and Samira. Peter W. Council, I call from under the street like in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you very much for the fascinating discussion this morning. I think one of the things party need to do, party need to manage is expectation. And President Bouaka and his guys really need to understand that Liberia is constitutionally democratic, which means Liberia is not governed by men, by law. So they knew these things. And he intentionally appointed people into those very telling positions. That's a frequent violation of our law. And we told the people that old man Joe Bouaka is very much old. He's a man of antiquity, that also age idea. He does not really correspond with this particular current day reality. And the token they brought him to power. Look at the kind of error. And these errors are very much and punishing the repetition of our society. So these guys really need to recalibrate to see how they can put themselves together to transform Liberia, because that was a promise they made. Even though we told our brothers and sisters yesterday that they lacked the capacity to govern this country, but still they brought them to power. Look at the shame and disgrace. Some of them are buying their head down now in the federal community. They can no longer move with an open arm because they are being disgraced by the decimal performance of this particular government. The government is performing decimally in every sector. Send it to power. What kind of thing?
Okay, thank you. Let's take another call. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira, and good morning to Sekou. The name remains Emmanuel Papayuka Aswagi. Come on, Mr. Proper from Bangan City, Bon County.
Okay.
And let me appreciate you people this morning for the topic on the discussion. But let me tell you quickly. It is President we have God that is beating Patrick Honda. Just imagine when Patrick Honda said President we is not competent to serve the presidency when he wins, he was going to resign from the ERPC. That's how he left. Just recently election, when he came to Bongale doing the runoff, Patrick Honda knew that a war against President Weah. But today, look at the disgrace. That's why people say small disgrace is bigger than the big one. You will know all of the things in government. When Joe Bouaka appoint you to tenure position, what you need to do, tell the president, say, Honorable President, with all due respect, that I can go there because it is legally, it is not time for me to go there or the president that tenure position, but he didn't do it and go there. That is the first disgrace. But equally so, the bigger disgrace in my mind now only about Joe Bouaka. Where all about our senator Didon who claim to know everything, and now they are the face of the government. You look at Imaya Dam, you look at Senator Mui, rest of them, nobody can get Lauren. If they cannot say to a valid president, tell the president, this is a tenure position, meaning it is disgrace to all of them, only Joe Bouaka in one. That's why he claimed to have knowing the experience for 42 years, but then telling the people that he know nothing. So that is the negative experience that all of them have. Thank you for affording me the opportunity.
Thank you. There is a voice, Bwaka voice on governance. Can you please play it? Let's get his voice. He talks about, it's right on the screen, yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
On governance. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. This is Masisi on the People Defender Chielele.
Go ahead, Masisi.
Let me say thank you for the topic the second time around. Now what we're saying, Joe Bwaka Joe is coming down and finish.
You see it?
People will take it to reform. When they said it, we thought I was that, but he are coming to pass now.
Okay.
It's a slap in the face of Joe Bwaka government and he himself. It's a shame. It's a bloody blow that they gave Joe Bwaka in the administration.
Okay.
John had to see himself in the Senate as a president for the Senate. When he saw Otto, today you brought people from America that gave you money to run campaign, and today you are coming to run other people in their opposition, taking it off without know anything. Then you say that, but it's right, it's wrong. Nobody ever seen that man. He say he know about it. So my agree that man say, oh, I know how to find out bench, Buji, and giving them man advice. Oh, they didn't know what a man do, that man.
Buji Benkeita.
You know, so therefore, hey, he didn't know what's going on. All the efforts we broke in the know. So my say, broke in the know before you go. Let me have for the 2 years experience in government. And then living on liability in government. So when you do anything happen in this country, he one of that. So my blame with a man who will blame Bwaka himself. Why should I know better? What is the educated man? The way you see here, but for yourself, I put your culture in rush. For what reason? They forget when you tell them for a position and get up before they put that for you, or they will behind you capacity. So you take for a position before they put that for you. It's wrong. Sometimes when they quote, they at least they draw bloody nose back and they are sharing our community to even talk. They still want to be fair. All of them, all of fire say, I hope we are free to fire. He shimmered this game because they put slapping their face. It was on the strength of the broken government. Thank you.
Good morning. Let's take another call there. Good morning.
Yeah. And the humanitarian journalist. The name with me after this morning. I'm called Israel Gideon. I'm speaking from District 3. Samira, let me tell you, thank you for the topic on discussion. You know, this platform, we elaborate with live in this platform because it's for your information.
Let's take another call there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, where do you join us from?
Thank you this morning. My name is Eddie of Visual President of the Joy from Casali Purava this morning.
Okay.
I want to appreciate you so much. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If you go back to science, right? Science says that, plants, plants receive water and sunlight through the processing of photosynthesis. Who told you that people never knew that this man was old? They knew. People needed to get sunlight and the rain so that they can survive. That prophetically the people depend on this man to win the election, and parasitically to survive on the country resources. And that's what they get. People, they say impose curse that they brought on this nation, to get riches, at the expense of the masses. People spoke against these things, but people did not listen. And this is what I said last time. People thought that because this man was a deacon within a church, believing that he has the key to heaven, that when it comes to power, minor are going to fail for heaven. I'm doing those days in the days of Israel, so that maybe those who believe that God can get filled at this time. Okay. These are small things. So,
all right.
This self-imposed curse will be aborted. This unwanted protesters will be aborted at this time. We only have, be at this stage.
Okay, thank you.
We will suffer it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have the President Bwaka Voice here. He spoke that he spoke about his experience in government and how he knows how to run the government. For the Liberians, you just need to hold your course a little. We will actually take course on this. We will play the voice of the President Boakai on governance experience, and we'll also play his voice on corruption. We'll play these two voices, then we go back to the phone lines and be able to take in course. And about 9:30, we will move on to another discussion on this morning broadcast. That will take us up to 10 o'clock this morning. So let's have Boakai on governance experience.
In different positions, ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start thinking about our family, to start talking about. I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to coming new to government, although in different positions. I'm not coming new to government, although coming new to government, although coming new to government, not coming new to government, although 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 in different positions, ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start thinking about our family, to start talking about. I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that. Coming new to government, or coming new to government, coming new to government, although not coming new to government, not coming new to government, not coming new to government, although in different positions, ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start thinking about our family, to start talking about. I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that. Corruption is responsible for where we are, for all the crises we've had, because a lot of people will come to government believing that they come there to enrich themselves. They don't understand what public service is about. So we've had problems with people believing that what for government is for them. They want to make future for their children, for their families, and so forth. We are not a poor country. Liberia is very well endowed. We have to believe that if we work hard, we improve our country, we can live better life. But a lot of people haven't grasped that concept yet.
So how do you push back against it? How do you plan to reduce it? It's something that the whole world is struggling with, corruption.
Because of my own upbringing and working, I'm not perfect, but I try my best to make sure that while in government, when I worked for a public corporation, I did not tamper with what belonged to the corporation. I've lived in my house for 42 years. I'm still happy. We haven't learned to live by what we earn. If people just begin to learn to cut their coats to their measurement, not only Liberia, but even Africa will be a better place. So corruption is an issue, and corruption is the ticket upon which we came to this office, and we're going to fight it.
So presumably any ministers or public servants found to be corrupt will be fired.
Okay, so you heard it for yourself. The President Boakai said that he's not new to government. He's not coming new to government, that he had been working in government. And the record shows that he had been working for 42 years. So how is it possible that a man will sit and boast of him not being new to government, but then he keeps doing things that a person will say that it is his first time working in government? Because I would sit and say, you know, this man, he just put his hand up and said, I want to be president. Luckily for him, he wanted the presidency, so now he's trying to learn on it. All of the things that we have been seeing is on that path, the learning curve. You are seeing the laws, these same laws that came in your tenure when you were serving as vice president. You people went about and you brought the law. This particular law, you saw it. And then you are saying that you want to appoint another person to tenure position. How possible is that? Now, like one of our scholars said, though, it is not a slap again, it is a punch in the face. And I would say yes to that. And I would say that I like that word, a punch in the face. Because it's disgraceful, it's humiliating, it has brought your government down. You people have brought yourself so low. And no one will say, let the law take its stance. It is the law. No, it is not the law. When you saw that tenure positions, they were not to be removed, and they were not to take persons from tenure position, you saw it and you said that, yes, I will put my own people there. Their time had not yet finished, but I will take my own people and put them there. You never knew that it was the law. But you went to court because you felt that the power of the presidency, or you could have used your power of the presidency to be able to influence the people at the Supreme Court, knowing that the law is the law. Now you went, you fought, and you lose the case. Only one you won. It was the Wilson topic. But the battle, the rest of it, you lost it. It is bad. You cannot see things and you act like you don't see them and go for what you want. We will continue to correct this government, and whatsoever government that will come to power, we will continue to correct them. We will set them on the right path. We will tell them to lead Liberia. If they cannot lead, they will leave. It's two ways. You have to lead. If you cannot lead, it's either we put your feet to the fire to lead, and if you are putting your feet to the fire to lead and you don't want to lead, then you will leave. Because you cannot take the law of the country for granted. You see things that it will pass, the code of conduct, you have it there. At the end of the day, you will talk about it. You put people that, look at these people who they dismiss, saying that they had on party shites during campaign time. Nimba County election, this by election, we saw that you also have people from Unity Party, people who were not expected to be in party T-shirts. They were in party T-shirts. So how can you term that? You know, at times I just said and said, these people, it is the same old wines in new bottles, right? Because you cannot castigate a man for doing something that is bad. You frame it as if to say, if you come to power, all of the things that he's doing is bad, all of the things that the government is doing is bad, that when you come to power, you change it. But at the end of the day, you take power and then you start to do the same and even do more. How is that possible? And then you people are the same old wines in new bottles. You lie to the Liberian people for a living. And then I should say that you lie for a job because you want it. When they say politicians, the first thing that comes to our minds, lies. 100 days promise, you couldn't even live up to it. Look at the roar in the southeast. Let's take course. Let's take more course. Like I said, we'll take course on this matter. You listened. Boyka said I never came to the presidency new. You have listened. Oh, I'm mistakenly cut that off. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Samira, good morning.
Morning.
Let me say good morning to people. This is Brahman Radio in Nigeria of my district, 13 residents to be precise to village. Samira, you know, former President what he said during the campaign that at the time he was at the Senate, all the laws or all the things they were doing there, the women to be sleeping. Today, I believe it now. So meaning that all the tenure position document that the horse passed and the old man was signing it. So meaning that he was sleeping signing it. So he was asleep. So he never knew that those era wherever that if the person term another expire, you can remove them from there until the person term is finished. So the woman was sleeping. And you know, I like my Eddie. My Eddie said once, she said it's not good for you to learn on a job, but it is good for you to play with the job. Because if you know the job, you will play with it. You think why people can call you every day to say thank you, you know, to praise you because you are not learning on the job. People are saying it's not learning on the job, then they respect every topic he brings. We believe it because it is true. And let me say thanks to you for playing the recording from that of Toastan to Zweju. And Samira, I want you to be playing that recording every time. So that people can listen to know that the old man, his government, they are lying to us and they are fake. The 100 days, they fail. They fail, Samira. You know what they are now? If you don't have nowhere to go, if you don't have nowhere to go, I think our community, we will have, you know, we will need someone like our community leader because I don't know because I don't even know sir because we all have someone say are you thinking to have a chairman so he can resign so he can make you our next community chairman. So I don't know if you like that then you can then call
community chairman at large. Okay, thank you, Papa. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira. Good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia.
Good morning.
Once more, I'm asking from College Junior. I join you from Banga. You know, Samira, one who speak equity must come over play here. If you said yes, if you said that you are not, I mean, you are not coming to government new, then we believe that you must have performed or even performed than people who did not know governing. And Samira, let me be emphatically clear to the Liberian people. I believe if former President Weah was the one who had the 42 years experience, I don't think he brother could have just narrowly beat or President Weah, but because of the power greed, because of what they were, I mean, they needed from the Liberian people, is what is, I mean, it's one of the reasons why they were being elected because based on lies, based on doing things that I mean against the Liberian people. And we're sending this as a caveat to the president. If you will not lead this country as you were saying, we'll force you to lead. And you have to lead because it is the reason why you came to power. Because you said the president was not doing anything good. So why are you moving? I mean, moving on the same path. You have to lead. 42 years experience. I think I think it was a wasted.
Okay, let's take another call here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Yadima, where do you join us from?
Yeah, good morning, Samira, and good morning to Sekou Kerry as well. Thank you for your platform this morning. My name is James Wade, and I'm calling from District 16. I'm the chairman of the Veteran Assembly in District 16, Nikutan. Thank you for your platform this morning. You see, people that party honor there, you know, they are not honest to this country. You understand? You claim to be an educated man, all right? Then you're looking at somebody to make you to look like a fool. You further where in this country, this Republic of Liberia, the tenure position, it is something that, you know, based on time. Until that, you cannot remove the person. So as intelligent you claim to be, even if the president is appointed there, can you decline? But because these people got, you know, an evil mind, this is a man who, it came a time he left from here. He said he's going to Grand Bassa Buchanan to decentralize the bumper show. When he got at the studio, he began to lash at the former President George Manuel Weah. They said it's a mumble lie. They were moving to the studio to get him done. It was the former President, Jaji Bagwe, that rescued him at that time. So you see how wicked these people are? He said at one time that when they take power, they are going to close series of radio stations. I wonder where is Prince Joseph now who say when he takes power, he's going to close radio station now. What is where about? Now he's facing different trends. I'm asking Sekou, you know, to please, you know, call my number up air. I have intelligence, you know, to give, you know, to the station right now. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this one from Pong County. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Once again, I'm Councillor Sonny L. from Pong County, CBS.
Okay.
Yeah, the issue about the public action is limitation to government, meaning you don't know anything about government. And, you know, that's surprising to see this public taking one incompetent lady to make her to be an advisor to him, where the woman is scamming on people just to get her riches within the Republic of Liberia. So it is not strange because they don't know anything about government. So we just pray to God to help us so that they say they can finish, then we'll get ourselves to that way. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this one. We will take 5 more calls and then we be able to call it a day for that topic. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira. How you doing?
Good morning. You're live.
Thank you. This is the voice of Muhammad, a resident of District 17, Banjul to District Civic.
Okay.
Thank you. Samira, if you listen to that recording clearly, you will know that a lot of people were very deceptive in that recording. Grants that everything that he said that he's saying that he's not. He just pretended. You talk about you're going to fight corruption the full years. Any government officials caught corrupt in your government, you are going to fire them immediately. But see, the first corruption case that happened offer your party chairman, or the inauguration money, 73,000. Say you said you were investigating up to now, there's no report come up, and you went that charges were set on the man while the Labrador people are asking for the man to come and say something about the money, how the money happen, and you went, you appointed as the chairman of the board of MPA. You will fight corruption. How are you going to fight corruption? Samira, the Papa said that he was not coming as a new person. As a new person, meaning he knows all sectors of government, he's going to do possible. But yeah, again, that the 100 days are already finished, there is nothing. Everything that the Papa is doing, just showing to the whole world and the country at large that yes, indeed, he's just coming to government. He has never been around government. So, he lied to us. He lied to us. So please, advise your how do you call it? Legal advisor, one Keita man.
Buchi Ben Keita.
That Keita resign should not be put in more in judiciary.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. We'll take 4 more calls. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, this is CC Papi Joseph Keita on the avenue of Novojosa Mepinko. Well, Samira, my uncle's calling our family in the name of Keita because you see to be that you're not proceeding the way you're supposed to proceed. Serving that kind of strategic position for the country of Liberia. He's supposed to be the one to give the president the right direction, not the wrong direction. But however, I'm highly disappointed in even though.
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
Samira, good morning. My name is Peter Fumo calling from Bangabong country.
Okay.
Oh, Samira, we just praying God because people force the party to bring him as a presidency. So we just praying God. They say yeah, they give it to the party. Then they say yeah, finish. Because Joe Biden don't learn nothing. Saheli, he was really sleeping.
Okay.
He was really sleeping. He learned nothing. So we just praying God that God help us for the say yeah to finish. By grace of God.
Okay, thank you. We will take 3 more calls. 3 more. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Maxine Tati, and I call from Marguerite District 1.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just tell you, Joe Biden knew everything about the tenure position. But this government came to power on a wicked note. I'm a veteran. I work for Unity Party, man. But because I did not support Unity Party, I had a foot problem. He sacked me from his farm because of wickedness. So Joe Biden said from the election time, he said, whatsoever they are other people, they will take these people down. So they are in note of what they are doing. They are just wicked. They come into party Honda. Let me tell you why you already running to that position. To start critical speaker or critical station in this country. I want to afford it, but they are all bunch of wicked people, and our own wickedness will hunt them one by one.
Okay, thank you. We'll take 2 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the show this morning, man. I bless God for Mama Liberia. I bless God for the hero of peace, King Wea, and I also bless God for Voice of Liberia.
Thank you for the show. This is Prophet Emmanuel S. Wati, the Purple Prophet from Magidi County. Omer Braga, let me make it clear to you. This country is not your farm that you will run it anyhow you want to run it. If you want to run it, try to make your farm and care and rescue children there and go run it the way you feel you can run it. This is Liberia. If you not do the right thing, we will not sit and look at you and run the country the way you feel you will run it. We will not allow it happen. So, we will stay as a Liberian, we speak, and the country belongs to all Liberians. Now your parents find out. Now the thing being ever telling people that people should not vote for President. We are no, you people are joker. We're coming back 2020 now, and no. Let me tell you something. We will not sit and allow you run this country the way you run it. We will not allow it happen. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you. This is the last call. We move on to another issue. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira, and let me say good morning to the listening audience. You know, Samira, it is bad to be deceptive. Anyway, this is David King, football defender. It is bad to be deceptive when you are saying things to people who you want to lead. As a leader, you need to be to the point. You really need to be factual, because in leadership, when you lie, people don't have respect for you. People love the kind of respect they're supposed to have for you. And this is what happened to Old Man Joe. Old Man Joe came to the presidency with lies. If you listen to him in that recording, he says he will not prioritize family. Why is he prioritizing today? Look at him, so Jojo. The guy at the protest, Jojo, the one who recommended him. The ambassador alliance for the Senegalese that he just went there, it came through Jojo. Mandela Kopo went and signed with him, and he appointed that brother to be ambassador alliance for sport. And sad for that. A lot of appointments have been made in the government for the recommendation of Jojo and Tamabuaka, which is Santana. So Open Joe will tell us that his government will not be based upon family or friendship. He has a lot of friends. Look at Joe Wally, who cannot even walk good. All right, somebody who was 4 years older than Joe Buaka. Joe Wally can that old man who is being government. He walking like one zombie. The man who cannot even walk, power for him to be commissioner. I mean, Joe just lie all over the place. Why is he lying like this? The old man can lie. The 100-day level, he just played. For me, I didn't watch the video because I was not online. But I listened to the audio for the video. Okay? And that is to tell you how Joe Buaka will be exposed very soon. And he's been exposed already because who network was the one who was carrying a live video. So Joe Buaka knows very well that the Liberian people are lost in taste. He's very tasteless. He's not a good president. And he doesn't even know how to lead. He's very much inept. This is a man who behaves like somebody who does not even know what he's supposed to be doing as any matter. So I want to say to Old Man Joe, say in fact you are a puppet, we will not come to a puppet. Sooner or later, there will be a popular civil disobedience to get you out of that executive mansion. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's all the calls we will take on this. We won't take any course on this one. Let's be able to move on to our next discussion, the issue with the motorcyclists across the country. We have about, that is 15 more minutes or 14 or 13 more minutes to close this program. The issue of the motorcyclists, we have been hosting them about 3 days or 4 days. We have been continuously bringing them in our studio, allowing them to use this platform to spread their message or messages about what is to happen on May 15th. So let me just give a clear picture, and I'll be able to give my analysis on this, and we'll be able to call it a day. The motorcyclists, they came and they said that they have been helping, they have been doing well. They collected up to a huge amount of money, right, from their bike riding and also their taxes that they paid, all of that. And they are not causing any trouble for anyone while they are riding their bikes. But prior to that, during campaign period or before campaign period, Joseph Boyka government, they made these cyclists to understand that if they support them, they won't be taken off the street, right? They will give them the right to fly wherever they are to fly. It is their right. And all of that. So I think you heard it from one Unity Party man in studio. I'm not the one saying it though. He said it clear yesterday. He said that they never told him that they were going to give them a no-go zone when they were supporting them. And they came to talk to their president and all of that. So now the police director, Gregory Comer, he came up and said that the date for the no-go zone is May 15th. At first, it was the 7th of May, and then they dragged it to the 15th of May. Now, cyclists, some cyclists, they are angry, and I would say majority of them, they are angry and they are saying that it is their right. They are paying their taxes and they are using it to feed their homes. Some of them, they are in school with the motorbike that they ride on a daily basis. So they won't leave Central Monrovia. They started it with a protest. They did a protest, and then they came at the Capitol building to see their lawmakers and all of that, and they are saying that they will protest if the lawmaker doesn't do anything about it. But on today, they are expected to see the Speaker of the House, Jeff Onatikova. Now, the issue of the cyclists, I will tell you that if Boyka knew that he never wanted to give these people the free way to ply the streets of Monrovia, he couldn't have told them that you people will be allowed to do so. I need your support. Meaning it's because of their support that he did so. And plying the streets of Monrovia, you heard yesterday, too many persons, they will buy their bags. An individual, he have up to 10 or 11 bags or 20 bags that he will give out for these people to go and run and bring money back to him so that he'll be able to take care of his family. So this bag issue is not just with the bag riders, it's with their employer, right? Because they have employer that will give out the bags to them too. They are living on it also. And they are saying that running in a community about, or for an example, as in Liberia, I have about 30 or 50 motorbikes that's running for me. Imagine the 60 motorbikes coming back into the community to run. Adding to the other community runners, we won't have food on a daily basis for ourselves. Neither will the rider have food on a daily basis for himself. Because the community riding can be around $50, $30, $60. Community riding, haven't seen it up to $20, up to $100 when you are on the dusty road in the community. So they are saying that they will join with the cyclists and be able to get in the street and protest and tell Boyka that it's what they are living on. So if he can provide jobs for them, then definitely they will leave the motorcycle, they will carry it back to their employer. That is one side of it. We wait to see as to if the lawmakers will respond to them. We'll call the police director and talk to him as to how they will handle it. The meeting from the speaker today, we will see as to how it will go, right? We wait for that side. But let's come to the cyclist unions. The motorcycles within the country, as you all know, there are many. One person get up to 50, 60 motorbikes. They give out to different persons to run. And that person that's running it too, they are feeling the family while they are carrying money back to their employer. We see that. There's too many unions, right? The motorcyclists, they ain't get one union to say, oh, one union, no, because they are all over the country. So they have various unions. There is a fight currently within the cyclist zone. Where is the fight coming from, or where did the fight came from? There is this Nafonta. It is the mother union, as I was told, as we were informed. It is the mother union. But then, this Nafonta wasn't engaged into any form of endorsing any political party because they were playing the motherly role. So whatsoever unions you have, up to 50 or 60 unions, they are under Nafonta, which is the mother union, right? So they never got engaged into any politics. So now, as we speak, there is a document that is being signed by one of the union's president. It's not the overall. It's not a Nafonta. One of the union's president that is under the Nafonta, he went and he signed a document to the police headquarters saying that motorcyclists shouldn't pass Central Monrovia in other parts, right? Shouldn't use the old bridge or the new bridge. They got their various indications that they are not to cross. He went and he signed it. Now, other cyclists came up and said that we are not in the know of what this man did. And it is alleged that he is coinciding with these people because he's a Unity Party member. I shouldn't say it is alleged, though. We saw him campaigning for Unity Party. I saw the pictures and all of that. We saw him campaigning for Unity Party. So now, what I would say that everything in this country, people love to politicize it, is why I'm coming. Because you feel that you got authority over, yes, we have 7 minutes. Because you feel that you have authority over, over this individual who is the head of just one union. You allow him to make the decision of all the cyclists within Monrovia. It's something that should click to you that the government or the Liberia National Police, they were to meet with the cyclist head. It was just a union president that signed that agreement. And now other cyclists are saying that the agreement that was being made, they are not in the know and they are not going to follow it. Politics comes in. They are saying that this man, he's from Unity Party. So since he's from Unity Party and he campaigned with them out of that, that is the reason why he agreed to do such. But my thing here is not with the confusion part, I see it. But the issue wherein the document had already been signed. But now, these other cyclists, and the cyclists who are not in favor, they are in majority. Right? They are in majority. So now the document already been signed, and they went to the Capitol building to see their lawmakers. What will be done in this case? That is the question. And they are saying that the document is a bluff, but it has been signed, though. We are looking to see as to what will be done within this case. Other countries, motorbikes don't ply the streets. That's fine. But Liberia, motorbike, over the 6 years, motorbikes have been running in the streets of Monrovia. It's where they get their daily bread from. Other countries that you see, you hear people saying, oh, motorbiking ply in the streets. It's because there are jobs available. But our young people that we have in this country, majority of our young people we have in this country, they don't have work to do. So in able to get their daily bread, they will have to ride bike. I have sat over motorbike that this man, he has his degree. He speaks very well. I listened to his subject verb agreement and all that one. He spoke very well that day. Sound man, very educated man that if you put to any of these places, he will perform, right? Why he's riding bike, he explained to me. He said that he's riding bike because since he graduated from the University of Liberia, he had been trying and trying. He had not getting a single work. And his family needs to survive. So for the survivability of the family, that's the reason why he decided to get over bike and ride. It is not his will to do so. He never went to school to sit over bike, and ride. Right? but he said that he's doing it because his family needs to survive. It will just tell you out there, yes, we agree that you have some reckless motorcyclists. We are not disputing the fight. It is the truth. You have some motorcyclists that they will wear slippers. They doesn't even care. They don't have their V-mirrors and all of that. We see that. But the truth here is, majority of our young people, some of them, they are in universities. Some of them, they have graduated from universities. They don't have work to do. So if you are comparing Liberia to other countries that you cannot see bikes on the main streets, then you need to do your fact findings as to if the people that you get in our country, the degree that they get, as to if they ain't working there. The opportunities there, NGOs there, the government work there for them. If even they graduated from college and they are making 200-300, that's an opportunity. So you now see them over back riding. These boys, they over the back riding. Most of the children are over back riding now. I will tell you that the world is advancing. Majority of the children that you see over the back riding, or the people that you see, the men and women, or the men that you see over backs riding, they are in universities. I have gotten over more than 10 backs that I have seen on the University of Liberia campus. Our campuses, both Fender and main campus, they will go there, they will go for their classes. When they get through, they come and get in the streets, they ride the bike to be able to carry money home to their family and be able to carry money to their employer. So if you are saying that you want to take back from the Ministry of Monrovia, I am not saying, the government shouldn't have done that. It's the government business to do what they want to do. But I am saying that you should look at these things. If there is a decision to be taken, you should look at it carefully. Look at the good and bad side. Look at what will happen to all of the 50 motorbikes going join community riders. What that person will carry home? Nothing. So if the government want to take strategic decisions, they should be able to make the strategic plans for these decisions. You can just come about one morning and just say, May 15 will be no-go soon for bike riders. Where are you expecting them to get money from? How will they take care of their families? You need to take all of these things into consideration. There is no job. So at the end of the day, they are saying that they will go to the president providing job because the government is going to be able to provide job for his citizens. Once they are citizens, once the government citizens, they are qualified, definitely it's their responsibility to give them job. But they don't have it. Majority of the people, they got degrees. Yes, you have the reckless one, like I said, but they have degrees. They have degrees, and they are qualified to work. But there is no job in the country. Some of them, they are even forced. Some of them, the bike that they are riding, they are even constrained to do it. Then at the end of the day, you want to take food from one another man's table. If you are doing so, then you'll be able to put other methods in place. Put other mechanisms in place. Because you are here to help. The word rescue, I think you all know what it means. So you should be able to rescue with no excuse. Be able to help the Liberian people. You cannot say you rescue and then you're taking food from in people's mouth. So that is it. We won't take course on it. Like I said, we have to go shortly because of this little technical problem. So we have to leave the time. Yeah, already finished though. So that is it, fellow Liberians. Government, you have to do more. And I would like to say thanks to all of you who followed this broadcast. My name is Samira Wanlai. And I've been here with Sekou V. Sharif, presenting the program Good Morning Liberia. And on tomorrow morning broadcast, it's going to be a Samira Wanlai and Edwin Melvin Jua broadcast of Good Morning Liberia. Don't you miss it. You're going to have the social talk on tomorrow. It's Friday though. So let me say, do have yourself a pleasant day. So I'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. My name is Samira Wanlai, and I would like to say thanks for watching and listening.
soldier. And listen, let's say African soldier. Namdia Siki, African soldier.